Happy Saturday, YouTubers. Welcome to JNO Railroad. You know me, lately I haven't been doing updates, just making music and having fun. um, but yeah, I got excited again, so here I am. I don't know if y'all noticed what happened to Brian, but he got his car back, and it's in relatively good shape. A little scratched up and needs some paint. Needs some washing done, but yeah. We're all good for now. He's got this pesky neighbor named Betty. I think y'all know Betty. She drives that badass black Trans Am. And she has a sister that shows up from time to time and took a liking to Brian's Camaro and decided to borrow it when he wasn't looking. Stop leaving your keys in the ignition, bud. um, Now, anyway, that was just all in fun. You guys try the new AI features that are offered in the Shorts setup now on YouTube. I think it's under the experimental stage, and they're wanting feedback as well. So I had a blast. And I'm not technology smart, you know. It took me a while to figure out what was going on and, you know, what keywords work better. It gives you suggestions, you know, on what you might want to make, um, which are mostly kind of silly. For my purpose, it's kind of funny. Some of them were very humorous, but you know, aliens. I don't need aliens. I don't. I don't need glitter falling, you know, from the sky. That kind of shit. Um, Stuff. Sorry, I'm a little excited and wound up this morning. But yeah, anyway, you know, I was trying to keep it real, and you know me, when it comes to realism, I that's where I live. I mean, if it don't look good, if it don't look real, I'm not gonna put it up, you know. And Brian's little car chase looked, you know, it was kind of humorous. I kind of got off on it, so I went ahead and posted it early this morning. Y'all check it out. I'll drop a link if you need it, but it's in my shorts. Um, Anyway, a few more things that I've been doing this week. It's been a slow process. I'll just use Brian's for an example. The little driveway entrance off the highway. As y'all know, I use asphalt shingles, and you know, I got seams, and I don't know how to describe it. The shingles are high, you know, they stick up kind of high, and it's not real noticeable. But you know, in 1/8 scale, that little car would pretty much, you know, crash going off that little bump. I don't think I have any left that I can show you. I've pretty much got them all filled up. Been working on that one a little bit. I still got to get the road worked out, but you might be able to tell how high that is. It's a good 1/8 of an inch thick, probably, that asphalt shingle, and it left a big ridge, I guess you call it, where it dropped off to the layout, you know, for the driveway. So I used this stuff called Play-Doh sand a year or so ago for a project, and it was a big failure. Stuff never dries. You know, I thought Play-Doh, yeah, Play-Doh. If you leave the lid off, you know, it gets hard. It ain't no good no more. I was hoping for that result, but it didn't work. So I tried a different technique. I put straight school glue, PVA glue, along the edge of the road and laid the sand on the glue and let that set up, you know, as one unit, thinking the glue would hold the sand in place. Well, it did, but the surface never dried. So when I tried to apply paint to blend it in, the paintbrush just pulled the sand out. Couldn't use my fingers. If I tried to use my fingers, it stuck to my fingers. I had nothing but a nightmare with this job. So it's been kind of a slow, kind of a slow process. I want it to look real, but I want to be able to paint it, you know, to where it blends in and not be And I'll go down there and show you in a minute. Not be so obvious, you know. So what I did in the last couple days was water down some of my PVA glue. I think it was around 50/50, and I didn't measure it. And I just applied it over the top and let it dry. So now I have a skinned over surface that I can paint. So I'll be doing that in the next couple days and trying to get all my little driveways and stuff painted in so they're not so obvious. You can see the color difference there. I don't like that. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Ain't that the coolest weed you ever saw? I was gonna make a tree out of it, and I thought, man, I kind of like it the way it is. I don't know if you can see it. That's a weed. Oklahoma weed. Even our weeds are pretty in Oklahoma. I hear there's fish in this river. I saw one guy catch one the other day. And I don't know if anybody saw it, but there's a beaver that lives around here somewhere too. And he have to keep tearing this dam down because he keeps blocking up my river and flooding out my houses. All of that nonsense is in my shorts. YouTube shorts, not my shorts. Okay, a couple other things I want to show you, but I got to go to the other side. So hold on a minute. Yeah, so this is what I was referring to, the color of the Play-Doh putty stuff. See, it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's going to do what I want it to do as far as giving me that taper, but I wanted to be able to paint it in, you know, and put my tire tracks and dust and whatever on it. So now I'm at that point to where it is, you know, pretty good to go. I can touch it and it don't just fall off and crumble up. So I've done all of those all the way around, except for that one. That'd be a good one to show you how. I don't know if you can see it though. You still can't see it. It's on the wrong side. But that's a really heavy ridge right there. And the little cars, I mean, you know, the little cars would, you know, probably wreck trying to go over that. I did the same thing with my tracks back here. Was going to do it the traditional way with paper, you know, and stuff, but I'm digging the real look. So I put that on there, and it's drying as well. And then I'll paint that in. My little road crew, wherever they're at over here, you know, they're over here working this area. And, they got plenty of that stuff to put in the holes. So we're filling holes. That's what we're doing. How about that mud puddle? Anybody like that little Natural Creek mud puddle? It's even got real mud. we spare no expense in our imagination around here. If you can't have fun with it, then what's the use, right? My little girls had a pool party the other day. Yeah, y'all missed it. We had the steaks going on, barbecue pit fired up. That little smoker looked pretty good with that new AI feature. I kind of dug it. Let's see. I think that's pretty much all I really had to talk about, guys. I was excited about the AI feature and wanted to encourage you guys to give it a try. I don't get any reward from YouTube for trying to push their technology, but they did let me have some fun this week. So another one of my little mud creeks. Yeah, I had some fun this week with that. You know, you'll get a lot of goofy stuff that just don't look good. You know, a lot of editing and whatnot. And I zoomed mine in after I copied it. I zoomed it in to where you could get a better visual on it. You know, because it looks kind of small, in my opinion. So I made it look, I guess, a little more realistic by zooming in on it a little bit, bringing it up to the same size as my video footage, if you know what I'm trying to say. You guys probably know more about it than I do. I'm an old guy that Never dreamed I could do anything with this AI stuff, but I gotta admit, I had some fun. Got us a little car show started down here. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I bet you I can figure something out. And I told y'all a while back that we would discuss what I was going to do back here, and it's still up in the air. I have no idea yet. And that's just where I leave all my extra stuff that I'm not using. All my trees and things that I don't need, at the moment. So at some point, I will get a background and decorations back there, placed in the way I want it. There's even an option to lay, maybe a second track. I've got, I don't know, 8-10 inches of space between my layout edge and the wall that's behind it. Actually, that's not even the wall, that's a 4-foot ledge. That is a shelf I use as a shelf. A 4-inch ledge, my bad, not 4 foot. So yeah, someday I still have the other piece that belongs to this background that I might put across there. Stuff's real expensive and I didn't want to cut it, so I got to be real sure of what I'm doing before I start whacking on it with the scissors. And I could always move where this begins here with this big building. If I started it in the corner and went across that way with it, it would be all one piece. That would give me this second piece, which begins right here. I could run it down this wall, and then I would have the piece that I was referring to that I never used to do something along this wall. Does that make sense? Regardless, the hesitation is that it has buildings. The piece that I'm referring to has buildings. They're not obnoxious or anything. They're actually really cute. They just don't fit into my layout plan, I've got farm here, town over here, it's a little industrial going on over here. And then to have a row of buildings over there on the other side of the track, just for some reason it don't sit, in my head. So I kind of left out moving forward with that plan. Okay, well guys, I'm way over my my time limit here. I don't want to bore y'all to death. Keep the faith. Hope for a better tomorrow. And believe in your Savior. And we'll talk to you down the track.